Hi everybody. So today I'm just doing a really soft, pretty eye using a couple of shades. One new color that I am just in love with. It is like a really pretty mid-tone rose. And I love mixing it with brownie tones or taupes or even grays, blacks, purples. It's one of those colors that pairs well with everybody. For today's look, I just want a soft eye, just no liner. Just gonna do some lashes. And by lashes, I mean mascara, not lashes. And I wanted to talk to you about cheeks. So right now, I feel like if you're watching social media to learn how to do makeup, sometimes you're bombarded with so many different techniques and 8 million products. And do we need to use a cream bronzer, a powder bronzer, a contour, a highlight, a cream blush, a liquid blush, a powder blush, liquid highlighters, powder, you know all the things. So no, you don't. I think it depends on time. Like, are you that person that takes 5 minutes to get ready and you need to be out the door? Or do you like to spread everything out and have fun and take 45 minutes or an hour to do your makeup? Or you're somewhere in between. Or you don't want to buy 12 products to do your cheeks. I get it. I mean, it's a lot. If you're a bronzer girl and you are into a powder bronzer, it might be fun to add a cream bronzer. Do you need both? No. But I am really loving the combination of both. That being said, you can start off with one or both. So I am going to just start off with a cream bronzer. And I like doing it both ways. I like sometimes starting off with my powder and then just going over with my cream. But today I'm doing cream and then powder. What I like to do is from the corner of the ear to the corner of the mouth. You never want to go below that. Now, this is bronzer. I would do a little shadow underneath if I was doing contour. And then I'd like to stay 2 fingers away from the nose. Never go any more than that. Now, if you're watching social media and you're paying attention to all the it girlies and different ways to do your contour, your bronzer, your blush, the trend now is to go up higher and even blending it into your under eye. That has a tendency to kind of close you and kind of bring everything in, where normally you want to be uplifted, not drawn in. So my thoughts on that would be no. Now, that being said, makeup, there are rules and no rules. If that's something you like, then you do it. Same thing with baking. You bake and then they blend the blush into the bake and then you blend the bake into the blush. It's like not everybody needs to bake. And if you know, you know. Baking is not a one-size-fits-all. Blush under the eye is not a one-size-fits-all. At one time, every foundation you would purchase would be pink. Everything had pink in it. Oh my gosh. And then in the era of Bobbi Brown, Vincent Longo, and everybody that came in after, MAC, pink was a bad word. And you could not find pink in a foundation. Everything was yellow toned. Everything was neutral, yellow, and then they started adding peach. And then, lo and behold, pink. You couldn't find a concealer with pink. Now, you can't find a pink concealer because it's sold out. So that is my cream bronzer. And I do like going up here because I do have a larger forehead. And if I were to contour, that's an area that you do contour to kind of make it smaller. If I'm wearing bangs, I don't even do this, but lately I've been pushing my bangs aside. So for this reason, I like to start with a cream because then I could blend it up with my powder bronzer. But I just love this look for myself, and maybe you do too if you're a girl that loves tan. I love, back in the day, tanning, whether it was real or not. The darker the better. And now that I've become more mature and a little bit smarter, I wish I didn't do what I used to do, even though it was fun. Every day at Oak Street Beach. It was fun. So that is my bronzer. Today, I am not doing any contour. I'm just doing bronzer and blush. And I'm just going over what I did with my cream and a little higher. And then I am not a fan of blush on my nose. That's another it thing right now. I like everything to be even. And I don't mind hitting it with a little bronzer because that's where the sun would naturally hit. If I did get sun and I did get a little red or pink, I would cover that up. I don't want to be red or pink on my nose. And again, personal preference. And I'm just hitting this down because I am pale and I don't want to go from tan to no tan. And that is my bronzer. And then for today, I'm going to use, I'm deciding if I want to go pink or peach. I'm going to go a little coral, little corally, just to add a little fun. Now, there are two ways. There's a million ways to apply your cream. This is a cream to powder formula, so it's not wet like the liquid. So I like to kind of apply it with my fingertips. I have done it with a brush. I do both ways, but I'm just applying it, and then whatever's left on my finger, I just pat into my lips because this is a pretty cream to powder formula. And then I soften just by stippling with the brush. Or you can go in with a beauty blender. And I've said this in many of my other videos, I just love that blush is having a moment again, because on days when you don't want to do a serious eye or a serious lip, it's just fun to let the cheeks be the star of the show. I mean, why not? And I love a good highlight. Who doesn't? But today, I think I'm going to use my liquid highlighter. And then this is just a warm, not gold, but gold. I love it. And that goes above your blush. You can do it under the brow and above, just to give you a little pop and open your eye even more. If you're into the nose highlighting, you can do it here. Don't get me started. You can do a little here. You can do a little here. But for me, I am all about the high points of my cheeks and right there. Now, the fun thing about this is it was quick. It was easy. You do a soft eye, pair it with some lashes or a lot of mascara, and a lip. Yes. This pairs really well with the blush that I just used. And I love this color because it's a nudie, pinky, with a little bit of sparkle. Just one of those happy colors. And I love it. And when I do, for me, when I do a lighter shade, especially just gloss, I don't even bother with lining. I just, and that kind of overlines my top lip a bit, and that's it. I'm just gonna finish off with a little setting mist. And there we have it. A fun, bronzy, easy cheek moment. So what do you like to do? Are you into bronzing, contour, highlight cheeks, blush, liquid blush, cream blush, powder bronzer, cream bronzer, liquid bronzer? You know the drill. What's your favorite? Or do you love them all? Because what's not to love? See you tomorrow.